Hi, welcome to HAZOP study. If you want to know more, stay tuned.
So HAZOP is typically done for the process facilities, and the study is done in a workshop which consists of multidiscipline teams.
HAZOP is led by a facilitator, also called a chairman, who's got good experience in HAZOP methodology and having good knowledge of process operations, maintenance, and other industrial practices.
Multidisciplinary team shall include members from process, operations, maintenance, instruments, and safety also.
Workshop discussions are recorded in HAZOP worksheet by scribe.
Key prerequisite data for HAZOP is PFDs, PNIDs, HMBs, cause and effect diagrams, and mechanical data sheets for various equipment.
HAZOP studies start with preparation of node markup on process flow diagram, that is PFDs, and piping and instrumentation diagram, that is PNID.
Node is an identified sections which is assessed using deviations from its design and operational intent.
Deviation in HAZOP is a combination of guide weight plus parameter.
Example of a deviation is high pressure, in which high is a guide word and pressure is a process parameter.
HAZOP study includes various process parameters like flow, pressures, temperature, compositions, density, etc.
HAZOP team will identify and list various causes for each deviation.
HAZOP team identifies all the potential credible consequence for people, environment, asset, and operation for the credible deviations within the process node under the study.
While identifying all the potential consequences, no credit will be applied to safeguards in the existing design or operation.
Following identification of all potential consequences, HAZOP team identifies all safeguards and barriers available in design or operation.
Barrier safeguards are typically an action by a system component or a human.
Typical barriers are alarm function, control function, trip function, and mechanical protection.
Procedures are not to be treated as safeguards.
However, specific defined actions from procedures can be considered as safeguards or barriers.
After identifying potential consequences and barriers and safeguards, companies perform the risk ranking matrix as per their standards, and it is usually called as initial risk.
When the initial risk is not acceptable or HAZOP team identifies that there are improvements required in design or operation of process facilities, they brainstorm the recommendation.
Brainstorm recommendations are recorded in HAZOP worksheet.
So each recommendation from the HAZOP study will be assigned to a specific party who's responsible for the closure of the recommendation.
After documenting recommendations, some companies perform risk ranking using company risk matrix, and this is typically termed as residual risk ranking. HAZOP team then continues with all the credible deviations in the node. Once all the deviations are completed within a node, then the team moves to the next node.
Once all nodes are complete, HAZOP team perform a final review of HAZOP worksheet and recommendation, and then HAZOP workshop ends.
HAZOP study is typically an element in process safety management standards in oil and gas industry. So make sure that you're carrying out a HAZOP study.
Remember, just doing HAZOP is not enough. The closure of recommendations from HAZOP studies are equally important.